Y'all too close. Move y'all back a little bit. Move y'all back a little bit. Oh, my glasses. I hope this phone charged up. Oh, these things made my lips dry. These pomegranate things. Hey, CNA squad. These pomegranate oh Lord, scared the hell out of me. I've been eating these. I've been eating. God, it must have been a million of these things in here. I've been eating on this for like 3 days. And they make my lips feel so dry. I don't think I'm allergic to them. I think they just so tart that they make my lips feel dry. They have a tart. I need to go into the settings and lighten this phone screen up because it's dark. What is the settings? I'm gonna do that while I'm waiting on y'all to come in. Oh, it's right here. Like right in front of my face. Right here, girl. Display.
All right,
You go? Okay. See you later.
right.
You think you coming home?
I'll probably. I don't think I have a trailer today.
Oh, okay.
I'll text you, let you know.
Okay. Let me see. Let me change that too while I'm here. Hush! You been bad. So stay there. If you wasn't acting up, you wouldn't be in the predicament you in. So I hope the sound is not on. So you just gotta deal with that. So hey, Latosha, Latasha, Deborah, man, and his dog. Okay. I'm a lady and I have a dog also. So y'all know why we here. We have had another um killing of an unarmed civilian, a child, because there's conflicting reports. Some people are saying she's 15, and some people are saying, and it looked like the family said she was 16. But either way, she is still a teenager. She is still a child. She was not an adult. So it looks like this young lady was in foster care. There was a situation that happened. It's so many different, um, even the news reports weren't really clear. The article that I saw to me just wasn't really clear enough for me to really understand what happened. But anyway, the young lady called the police because she said someone was trying to jump her. When the police arrive, she is there with a knife and I guess tussling with one of the other people that were there trying to jump her. The police gets out the car, sees her knife, automatically shoots her 4 times, and she later died at the hospital. And people are saying, I have one thing I do is, try to get the pulse of how other people, are viewing the situation, what other people are saying. I read the comments, not just on Instagram, but, I read the comments on Facebook, my friends' friends, other people, the whole 9 yards. And a lot of people were saying, well, this one is different than George Floyd because she had a weapon. She did have a weapon. But what sense does it make for police to have tasers and non-lethal weapons if they're never going to use them? There were other officers there. No, they didn't shoot. It just seems to me that every white person that commits a crime has an opportunity to go before the judge. But when we do something, it's always kill them on sight. It doesn't make any sense for the judge to make a determination whether the person was right, whether the police officer was right. No, kill them. And we'll just write on the paperwork that, oh, we killed them, they died. I just don't understand why it is that black people can never be taken alive. Why can't situations like that with police officers be de-escalated? Why can't they come in and de-escalate the situation without killing us? That's what I want to know. This was a kid, a child. And this was a child in the foster care system. So obviously, something was either going on with that child or going on in that child's home for that child to be in the situation that she was in to begin with. Foster care children and children in group homes have suffered God knows what type of trauma. They've already suffered so much. And I know because I worked with those type of children. I worked in a group home with children who had been removed from their parents and had to live in a group home facility. I know the type of trauma that these children have already been through. So if this young lady was scared enough to call the police for help, she felt like, I ain't got nobody here to help me. So she picked up a knife and did what she felt in her 16-year-old mind, a mind that is still developing, still growing, still maturing. At 16, you are not making the best decisions for yourself or other people. We cannot look at a 16-year-old child and think that she is going to make the same mental decisions that you're making as an adult. And I just don't understand some of you black people that have looked at that situation and was like, oh, well, she had a knife. Because you never know what your 16 or 17 or 18-year-old child may do in a fit of in desperation. Because you ain't going to always be around your child. None of us can be around our kids 24/7 unless we lock them up. So you don't know what your child is capable of doing. If your child gets into a fight and they feel desperate, they may pick up a weapon also. You can't say, oh, well, I raised my child. My child is no. You don't know what you will do in a fit of desperation. You gonna pick up whatever you can to try to defend yourself. Because you're not gonna sit there and let three or four people jump on you and beat you up. You just not gonna do that. Fight or flight kicks in, and we're going to fight back with whatever we have. This young lady could have came from a household where she saw people fighting all the time. It's normal for her to pick up a weapon. We don't know this little girl, this young girl. We don't know what she's been through. Like when I saw her TikToks, she was just a regular kid, like on TikTok doing her hair and smiling and playing music and stuff. Just a regular kid, like my granddaughter. I have a 12-year-old granddaughter that she don't look 12. Like she's taller than I am. And I wouldn't want a police officer to look at her and assume she's an adult just because she's 5'5" or 5'6". She's still a child. And that mentality that some of us as black people have, like, oh, well, she shouldn't have did this or she shouldn't have did that. No, dumb ass, the police shouldn't have killed her. What? Why you call three or four officers to the scene if they just gonna come there guns blazing? Then you only need one, cause he just gonna come and shoot up the spot. You don't need three or four officers to come. Why? You don't need backup or nothing, cause you gonna come guns blazing. That it makes no sense. What you need backup for? I'm just gonna come, jump out the car, and shoot everybody. And y'all ignorant black people on here talking about, oh, well, she shouldn't have did this and she shouldn't have did that. But what if it was your child? Should they have not did it? Because I bet you your kid is gonna protect themselves if they get into a situation like that. I know my sons will. It did. It happened in Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, it happened in Columbus, Ohio. The same day that the Chauvin verdict was read, like maybe an hour or so later, this situation happened. And I'm like, did that police officer not just see that Derek Chauvin was convicted and guilty? They don't care. The police don't care. They know that the deck is stacked against us. It's not stacked against them. It's stacked against us. They know 9 times out of 10 they gonna get up out of that situation. Now they are going to look at this situation and say that this young lady had a deadly weapon. A knife is considered a deadly weapon, and that the police officer kept the young lady from killing the person that she was wielding the knife towards. But who said that she was even gonna kill her? Just because you use a knife on somebody don't mean that you're particularly going to kill them. You can slash somebody and they survive, but you're not going to survive 4 gunshot wounds to the chest. It's very center mass. It is very rare that you survive 4 gunshot wounds center mass. That's why they shoot you up in here, because they know they're going to hit something. They're going to hit a heart, a lung, a spleen, a kidney, something that is vital to your existence. Those things, they hit that, you bleed out, you die. before the ambulance get there or right after you get to the hospital, because you can only lose so much blood before your body decides to shut down. Come here. Come here. With your bad self. Say hi. Say hi to the people and tell them you got in trouble because you was like just barking for no reason, just over excessively barking, and you just won't stop barking. You too cute to be doing all that barking. It is unnecessary. Bye. I let him out because I can't sit here and just look at that sad face because he is in his was in his crate right next to me, and he can see me and I can see him, so he's sitting there like this the whole time, and I can't stare at him. I can't look down and he looking at me, knowing, and I know he want to get out his crate. And if I don't have to put him in there, like during the day, is very rare. The only time that I really make him go in there during the day is if he's acting up. But I mean, he has his bed in there and stuff. He'll just go to sleep. But he's usually out during the day. Anyway, that's for people that will get on here and be like, "Oh my gosh, she locked her dog up." Yes, my dog is crate trained. He does not just wander around the house and have the ability to get into stuff that he should not be getting into. But anyway, so yeah, this incident happened right after the verdict was released. This happened like a couple of hours after. So CNA squad said they came to her comfort zone messing with her, and she was trying to protect herself, and she wasn't about to take it, so she did what she had to do. Poor baby, she probably got tired of being picked on. She probably did. She probably did. And I can see, when when I used to be a group home counselor. That was the title of my job. The house that I worked in had 18. It was an 18 bed facility. And normally we stayed pretty full. So you had 18 girls between the ages of 11 and 18. 18, you age out of the system. So you have 18 girls between the ages of 11 and normally 17, because we had another facility that we would start to transition the older kids into. So I'm going to say 11 to 17. Kids from different walks of life, kids who have had all manners of trauma, all from abuse, physical, sexual, parents who were in jail, parents who were addicted to drugs, parents who had mental issues, just all type of situations. And sometimes these were kids who were removed from their homes in like the middle of the night, having to leave their house with maybe a trash bag full of clothes, or a Safeway bag full of clothes, or just the clothes they had on their backs, depending on their situation. um you you know, we never knew what type of children we were going to receive. And some of these kids were violent. They not only wanted to fight each other, they would fight us if given the chance. I mean, I had never been cursed out and verbally abused like I did until I started working around those kids. Like, it really made me look at children, and I guess I was naive. Like, I really did not think that, kids could act like that. These kids would fight each other. We were constantly breaking up fights. Constantly. And these girls would cuss each other out, threaten, I mean, literally threaten to kill each other and everything. Like, we were constantly moving kids around so that they wouldn't be in a room next to each other, moving this kid down this hall, moving this kid down, taking this kid out of this room, because if these two girls are fighting, they can't be in a room together. It would just be crazy. One night I broke up a fight between two girls. One of the young ladies was so small, and I knew if I didn't get her up out of the situation, she was really going to get hurt. And in the midst of me trying to break up the fight, I was kicked in the head by the other, the aggressor. I'll just call her the aggressor. I was kicked in the head by the aggressor so hard that I saw stars and had a concussion, had to go to the hospital, was off work for almost a week. I mean, when I tell you, and that had never happened to me before. Like, I had never been hit in the head, so hard that I literally saw stars. Like, just these flashes of light. And I think when she kicked me, she realized that, you know, she had hurt me. And she stopped. That was the only thing that stopped her. And that kick was not meant for me, it was meant for the other child. And I literally saved her life. Because if she had kicked her like that, she probably would have been hurt worse than me, because she was, just a really thin, small child. I literally just got sick to my stomach. They ended up calling the ambulance to come get me because they knew. And so did I. I knew it had to be a concussion. These kids in these group homes and foster homes, they're hurt, they're suffering from trauma. They're like pinned up cats. My mama always say, my mama used to always tell me that, a cat, you can't hem up a cat. You can't hem them up in the corner because they going to come out fighting. They will do whatever they have to do to, claw you in the face, whatever it takes to get out your way. And that's how these children are. And it's not their fault. And I don't just blame the police officer. It was adults there. Nobody could stop that before it got to that point. No one could break those kids up. Nobody. Nobody could look at that situation and say, when the police get here, if this girl has a knife in her hand, it's going to be a problem. At the group home, all of those things were kept locked up. The kids were not allowed in the kitchen where the knives were. Did they eat with plastic forks? I think they ate with plastic forks. Because you never know what one of these kids will take a notion and want to stab one of the other kids with a fork or something. So, I don't know like how long the young lady had been in the foster home, or what that situation was like, how many other children were there, how long she had been with the foster mom, what the foster moms, and foster dad, if it was a foster dad, what the situation was there. I have no idea. But I know these kids, they can get upset, especially if they're in a foster home and the foster parents have real children there. They can get jealous of the real kids. It's just a crazy dynamic when it comes to children that are in foster care. They're suffering from trauma. And for that police officer to not even look at her, like, I'm pretty sure, because they said the young lady is the one that called the police. I'm pretty sure if she called, she probably said, I'm 15 years old or I'm 16 years old and some people are coming to my house to beat me up. He should have known these are kids. They may look, you know, because I know these kids nowadays, but this young lady had like a little baby face. Like when I saw her TikTok videos, she didn't look like a grown woman in the face. She looked like a child. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going on in America. I don't know. It just don't seem like this situation is going to be fixed. And people are screaming defund the police, abolish the police system. We can't live in a lawless state. Did I get some of that stuff on my shirt? Oh no. We can't live in a lawless state. We have to have someone to um keep the law. But they say that a knife is more deadly than a gun in a close range attack. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe a gun will always be more deadly because a gun is more force. A knife is not always going to kill you unless you go for like the jugular. You hit the jugular. You hit a main artery or something. But you have to use more force with a knife than you do with a gun. A gun is more than likely always going to, as close range, a gun is going to get you. Hey, Reese's Pieces. CNA Squad said on the video, it looks as if a guy kicked her on the ground and she got up running to the girl in the pink. I tell my child to do what she got to do if she's in harm's way. You know what? I can't look at that video. I mean, I've seen still shots from the video, but I mean, I can't look at no video of a child being gunned down. I can't do it. I'm not gonna look at that. I just can't. I cannot. Thing is, they came to her house, so those who came and jumped her should be held for something because she called the police for help and ended up getting shot. Yeah, the people that came, everybody in that situation should be held accountable. The foster mama, where was the foster mother? Was it nobody at home with the kids at the time? There were no adults there. I mean, I know 15 legally a 15-year-old can stay at home by themselves. But if something is going on and your foster child calls you and says, "Hey, some kids just said that they're going to come over to the house and jump me." No one told her lock all the doors and windows. Stay in the house. Do not go outside. Call the police if they show up. Make sure all the doors and windows are locked. Turn the alarm on the house. I'm on my way. Call the police. Or if they come to the house, set the alarm off on the house. That way, the alarm company will automatically send the police. If you don't have an alarm on your house, call 911. But make sure all the windows and doors are locked and you stay in the house. That didn't happen. So maybe she didn't call her foster mother and tell her what happened. Maybe she had just got to the point and was like, forget this, I'm going to just take care of it myself. I'm sick of these girls. Okay, so you said you're going to come over here and jump me. So, let's make it happen. Because I know, a lot of kids do have that mentality. No, you're not going to come over here and no, we just going to fight. Because they are thinking, oh well, if she show up over here, she probably gonna put this on social media. So I'm not about to go out like no punk. She gonna fight me. I'm gonna fight back. She gonna bring something. She bringing her friends. I'm bringing a knife. And who's to say she's wrong? Cause you're not just gonna come to my house and whoop my ass. You're not gonna do that. So she called for help, and help came. And instead of help diffusing the situation, help killed her. I don't understand it. Am I a Taurus? No, I'm a Leo. Moon Lady said it's sorry America has so many problems with black people. I'm not even black, but I wish I had melanin color. I'm an Arab. Blessings to you. Well, don't you have melanin? Y'all Arabs, y'all be brown too. Don't you have some melanin? I mean, I know there are some lighter. Oh, that look good. I need to cut this TV off because I know there are some fairer skinned um Arabs, but y'all be having color too now. Y'all be having some color. And the girls who went picking, living, and enjoying their family when it could be avoided had they not wanted. Yeah, if they hadn't took their butts over there, to fight this girl or to intimidate her or to bully her or whatever it was. I mean, looked like they really went there to fight her. None of this would have happened. This baby will still be alive. They could have kept this mess on social media. You can be as many B's and H's and whatever and whoop wop whoop on social media. But when you come to my house, then you change the whole party. Then the game changed. But you know, these people have a hard time keeping. They had to have known each other though, because they knew where she lived. They was probably friends at one point. I couldn't watch it either. I couldn't watch it either. I've just seen like, you know, screen grabs that some people posted. I can't watch that video. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing my people after George Floyd. I can't watch no more of my people get killed, shot. I can't watch that. My heart ain't set up right for that. You know, like I said in another video, we throw around that word empath, but I'm truly a I can't do it. I can't watch people get killed. I can't sit up here and watch people's funerals, and I can't watch that. It's too much for me. So I'm not I'm not going to watch, you know, her video. Hopefully after the investigation is done, you know, I'll be able to read it or, you know, get a better grasp of the whole story, because I just feel like right now we're just getting bits and pieces of the story. Nobody, you know, really knows the whole story. And it's bad because the young lady is dead. She can't tell her side of the story. So we're going to get everybody but the victim. She did, unless, you know, she left a journal or something to say, you know, she was being bullied, or, you know, what these kids were doing to her, you know, unless there are other videos on social media of, you know, these girls bothering her. But they went to her house. She didn't go to their house to attack them. They came to her house to attack her. So she had a right to defend herself. And then the police get there and kill her. I'm sorry. I can't find no right in that. This girl was at home. That's like if someone is trying to break into my home. I called the police. When the police get here, I got a knife in my hand holding back the aggressor, the burglar, and the police shoot and kill me. What you gonna say? Oh well, Omo Shun knew better. She shouldn't have had a knife. That's my house. I'm at home. That's why I got so upset when that ignorant ass white woman tried to put my address on social media. Because it is a bunch of stupid people out here. It's some stupid people out here. I don't know what one of them crackers would have did. I meant that. So if somebody get mad because I use the term cracker, I meant that. Hey Tina Tina. CNA said nowadays these foster parents looking at money. They don't be worried about these kids. They don't. They don't. Because the foster parents in that situation failed that child miserably. Because I just don't believe that this all this aggression happened in one day. I believe this is was an ongoing situation. These kids probably been going back and forth with each other on social media, and you know it was just a pot boiling, and that particular day it just boiled over, and this young lady ends up dead. So I don't know. What do you guys think is the solution? What is the solution? What can we do? What do we do? Because we can't defund the police. We can't get rid of the police. Someone was saying that you know, they should have police officers that live in the community. The police officers, okay, say for instance, you live in Oakland. All of the police officers for Oakland should live in Oakland. And at least those officers have a better pulse on the community. You know that Oakland is predominantly African American. So, well, it's being gentrified now. But if you have more African American officers working around areas that are predominantly African American, maybe they will have more of an understanding of how to deal with African Americans, because you see that the majority of these shootings are normally Caucasian officers shooting black people. Maybe Caucasian officers should work in Caucasian areas, because y'all ain't gonna kill each other. You don't have a problem killing us, but you ain't gonna kill Becky or Becky's child. Because for one, you don't if you shoot a white kid, you don't know who they mom and daddy is. You don't know who they related to. But you just assume that if you kill Shaquanda or Pookie, they ain't got no people, they ain't related to nobody big. But you kill one of them white kids, you kill Amber or Taylor or Matthew, and that could be some judge's son, and you gonna get locked up. But I do believe that it's just a code for white people. They don't kill their own like we do. And they look at the fact like y'all kill each other. So what is it for one of us to kill y'all? It should be the same thing. Why you tripping? Because see, this whole police officer killing black people just goes back to slavery. It goes back to the slave catchers, how they, didn't care half the time that, there was a law that they could whoop the slave before they brought them back home. The catchers could. That's how the police started. They started from the whole slave catchers, poachers, all that into, police officers that, you don't catch black people and beat them. You just round them up and put them in jail now because the jail system is for profit, and you got to have so many people in jail all the time in order for these jails and prisons to make money. We live in a horrible world. Horrible. And it's always been horrible for us, and it will always be horrible for black people. Hey, CNA said, or it was going to happen at school. Either way, they're going to jump her. So she felt like, forget it, because either way, yeah, it was going to happen. Unless it probably didn't happen at school because they probably still being homeschooled. If they had been in school, it probably would have happened there, but hopefully, but see, if it had happened at school, then, she may not have had access to a knife, and maybe they would have been able to break the situation up before it got too bad. With her being at home, she had access to a weapon. I just don't understand why the police are not trained to de escalate and use their taser. They could have tased her. They could have tased her. That taser would have hit her. She probably would have been so scared that she would have dropped that knife. Why? Why can't the police tase us? Why can't you, when the call came through, 16-year-old is calling because some girls are jumping her. Why couldn't you use rubber bullets? These are children. Now, I could see if the police officer had got out the car and the little girl was just like, bow, 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 just out here just shooting up. Then I could see it. But you just get out the car and just damn near empty your clip in a teenager. You're not gonna make me believe that that's the correct thing to do. You can't make me believe that. I don't care if she had a knife. I really don't. Shara, we're talking about the I don't know if she's 16 or 15, but the 16-year-old girl, we're gonna say she's 16, in Columbus, Ohio, that was shot and killed after she called the police because some girls were trying to jump her at her home. That's what happened. On the same day that the Chauvin um, verdict came out, we all tired. We are all tired at this point. All of us are tired. So I guess LeBron James had let me look and see. What did he say? Because I'm so confused, y'all. LeBron James had said something. LeBron James, I guess, had tweeted something. Let me see. Let me see if it shows up what he had tweeted. Okay, so this is because he was trending this. He was trending earlier today. So it says LeBron James deletes tweet targeting officer who shot the young lady's name is Makia. Makaya. It's either Makaya or Makia Bryant. So it says LeBron James has deleted a tweet he posted Tuesday night in reaction to the shooting of Micaiah. I'm gonna call him Micaiah Bryant. The tweet in question featured a picture of Columbus police officer Nicholas Reardon. So that's the guy who did it. Who shot? Okay, so she's 16. Who shot the 16-year-old Bryant while responding to a 911 call on Tuesday. The tweet read, "You're next. Accountability," and included a hourglass emoji. Okay, so this is the tweet. So he has since deleted the tweet. The tweet likely refers to the conviction of Derek Chauvin for the murder of George Floyd. Chauvin was found guilty on Tuesday of 3 charges, including second-degree murder. James posted a tweet that simply read accountability after the verdict and appeared to be calling for the Columbus officer to receive similar consequences. James said tweet was used to James said his tweet was used to create more hate. That was why he ended up deleting the tweet. James' tweet received a vocal backlash from conservative circles on social media, while debate has raged about the shooting of Bryant. While details were limited as protesters gathered at Columbus Police Headquarters, officials have since released body cam footage showing Bryant appearing to attack a young woman with a knife as she was shot. Among those criticizing James online was Senator Tom. I could care less about these white folks because they never want to hold each other accountable for the things that they are doing to black people, especially a senator from Arkansas, because all them folks out there is racist anyway. So he was trending because of the tweet that he posted. And, I know that LeBron James has a huge social media following, and he does have to, be careful what he says because anything he says, these white folks will try to hold it against him. And instead of looking at what the police officer did, they would rather take attention away from what the police officer did and jump on LeBron James instead of holding this white man and this police department accountable for what they did, because they're trying to say, oh, well, she was going to kill the other girl with that knife, but she didn't. The other girl wasn't even touched. And if the girl hadn't have been there, that wouldn't have happened. She wouldn't have been touched if she hadn't been at someone else's house threatening to fight her. She would have never saw a knife, right? If she had kept her butt at home. So don't get mad at LeBron. because he was being honest. But I mean, it's, it just, because of the NBA and, you know, how their standards are set and stuff. These basketball players and football players are basically owned by these, corporations. So they have to dance and perform the way that they want them to, or they can get in trouble. And LeBron saw that. I'm pretty sure who his coach or their media personnel for the team probably called him and was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to take that tweet down." Yeah, the sponsors, everybody, they probably, you got to take that down. You didn't made people, you making them people mad. I mean, it was all on CNN this morning. That kind of stuff don't even make no sense. That makes absolutely no sense for someone's tweet to make CNN and MSNBC all the shit that's going on in the world, and you sitting here talking about what LeBron said. And that police officer should be held accountable for what he did. He should be going through some type of training, because why do you get out of your police car and the first thing you think about doing is killing somebody? You should be going through more training or something, because you that trigger happy. But you're not trigger happy. The only person you gonna kill, he'll kill again. But I bet you he won't kill nobody white. Right. That's classic deflecting. Classic deflecting. I bet you he wouldn't have killed. I bet you he would not have killed 16-year-old Becky. Becky could have been out there. She could have had a machete. Becky could have been out there with a whole machete, wielding a machete around, cussing out every neighbor on that block, threatening to kill everybody. And I bet you he wouldn't have shot Becky. He would have begged Becky to put that machete down. They said he didn't even ask the girl to put the knife down. Now, I didn't see the video, so, you know, I don't know if any instructions were given, if the young lady heard any instructions, because when you in a fit of rage, you know, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm just tired. It just seems like every week, every week, I just commented on a video posted on YouTube that was 30 minutes long. A woman, non-black, arguing with the police for a whole 30 minutes. I said if she was me, it would have been a very right. Ain't no way in the world a police about to argue with you for 30. I saw a video where a white dude literally grabbed the police officer's weapon, and they were trying to get him out the car, and he was like, "No, I'm not getting out." Grabbed his Tried to grab his weapon and everything. And do you think they shot him? He cussed them out and everything. Do you think they shot him? He was in the car. I cut that mess off. I don't even think they could get him out the car. They were struggling with him and everything. And then I had saw this one where it was like an older white woman. She didn't want to get out the car, and they was like, we don't want to hurt you. We don't want to hurt you. They ended up pulling her, like snatching her out the car finally, after they didn't argue with her for like 30 minutes or whatever, snatched her out the car, threw her on the ground and stuff. And then when they got on the ground, they was like, oh, we're going to call an ambulance. We didn't want to hurt you. We really didn't want to hurt you. If that had been me, they'd have drugged my black behind all over that parking lot. Probably hit me all in the head, kicked me, and shot me and everything else. I don't think this one shot the police. I didn't even watch the whole video. Girl, it was so much, I couldn't even watch that. That man that cussed the police out and everything. But they didn't shoot him. I don't understand why we the only ones that get shot. They don't shoot nobody else. They don't shoot their own. Now that's one thing that they don't do. Now that's one difference between them and us. They don't shoot their own. It is very rare that you see, I got allergies, that you see a traffic stop where a police officer actually shoots and kills another white person. Yeah, they talk to the police way crazier than we do. Yeah, yes, Karen. That's who we talking about. Yeah, I used to think that, um, all of a lot of the older racist white people that, in the South, that was keeping up a lot of this stuff. I said, well, aren't they dying? Shouldn't they be on their way out now? Shouldn't a lot of these older, really, really racist people, shouldn't they be in like nursing homes or on their deathbed now? But they really didn't pass that stuff down to their kids, because it just don't seem like it's going to ever stop. Yeah, I guess I don't know. With this police situation, I don't think it's ever going to stop. Yeah, they didn't pass it down to their kids and grandkids. But I thought like the grandkids and stuff, because it's so um there's so much interracial dating now and mixed children, you would think that a lot of that stuff would stop. Because almost all families now are blended. You got somebody in your family. Like my family is not all black. We got white, Hispanic, not Hispanic, Filipino, Asian, Japanese. It's all type of people in my family. So I don't have time to be racist. See? Gizmo. Gizmo. Somebody went in the garage. He having a heart attack. So I don't know. I'm just, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of hearing about it. I wasn't gonna talk about it because I know that these type of videos get demonetized by YouTube. It's like, even though these are real topics, this is really what's going on in the world. You can't talk about these type of things on YouTube. Like advertisers and sponsors, don't want their names attached to these type of videos. But it will tell these police officers to stop doing this shit and we'll stop talking about it. We'll stop talking about it if they stop doing it. We will have no reason to talk about it if they demonetize these videos. If police stop doing this, we'll stop talking about it. We will have no reason to talk about the shit if it's not going on. But as long as it's going on, then we have to talk about it. Oh, I know it was a typo. I saw it. Well, I think a lot of that inter mingling in the Bible was because so many people had so many different religions at the time. And, of course, if you were not Christian, then, you shouldn't have been mingling with people of other cultures who were, doing things different than what you were doing. Because back then, everybody was probably close to the same color. It wasn't like a whole lot of blonde haired, blue eyed people, even though that's what they show in pictures. Because we all know that Jesus was not blonde haired and blue eyed. We were all, they were all people of color. Yeah. Yeah. But that's why back then cousins and sisters and brothers and stuff were getting together, to supposedly keep that bloodline pure. Can you imagine being with your brother or your cousin or somebody on some old Queen Elizabeth type stuff? Wasn't they cousins? Wasn't, what was his name? Prince Albert? Wasn't he her cousin and her husband? Weren't they related? Because, they was on that weird stuff in England. I think they were like third cousins or something. And they got married. Philip, Andrew, whoever, the one that just died. Wasn't they related? Yeah, the royals were related in order to keep their bloodline pure. That's why they got mad at that's why they got mad at that's why they got mad at Megan. They was like, no, she didn't bring that old black blood up in here. Lord, how dare he marry her? I don't know, child. I don't care, really. That's probably why they all look so uptight. Don't they all look mad all the time? I'm like, is smiling banned in England? Queen Elizabeth always looked like her panties too tight. Looked like panties all up in her butt, and she just all. I mean, I've never seen her smile. Just maybe that's her resting queen face. I don't know. She look like she got a problem to me. Too tight drawers wearing ass. Hold on. I got something in my eye. I'm about to read that in a minute. I think one of the Orishas, I think Ogun slept with his mother. I was reading also that's where they got the story from about Jacob slept with his father's wife. I don't know. I've never read that. I mean, it could be. They look like they need something. Oh, constipated looking queen. She just always look mad to me. Like, girl, how you got that much money and you don't have to do nothing. You don't have to take care of yourself. You don't have to clean. You don't have to drive. You don't have to do nothing. And you can't smile. Do you know how happy I would be? I ain't got to do nothing. Nothing. I don't have to wash clothes. I don't have to cook. I don't have to wash dishes. I don't have to do nothing. I would be skipping and raising plants. And I know people would be so sick of me every time I went. I would be so happy. Don't have to worry about nothing. Nothing. Girl, I'll be all out in the yard skipping. There go the queen. Hey, girl. The queen has been spotted skipping again in the garden. That would be me. But she out here looking like, I don't know, like something up her butt and she can't get it out. They all look very unhappy. Why? Why are they unhappy? I mean, I can see her being unhappy now. She done lost her husband, but she been unhappy. She ain't never been happy. Like I've never seen a picture of her like smiling or when she's writing. And they was Megan was saying how, when you address her, you have to address her in a certain way. You got to curtsy and bow and don't touch her and don't breathe on her and don't look her in the eye and all this kind of stuff. Do you know how happy I would be if I had that kind of power? I would be like, oh my God. She looked me in the eye. Come, come and remove her at once. She looked me dead in my eye. Oh my God, I would be so stupid. Do you hear me? Yes, that woman probably ain't never been happy. She probably didn't want to marry him. They probably forced her to marry him. Oh, you're gonna marry him? Well, no, because he did look decent when he was young. He wasn't, he wasn't. When he was young, he wasn't bad looking. He didn't really get bad looking until he got older. When he was young, he was decent looking. But she probably didn't want him. She probably wanted somebody else, and they forced her to marry him. And she probably just ain't been happy ever since. Can you imagine being forced to marry somebody that you don't even love, but you have to marry them because of who you are? I remember one time my mama wanted me to go on a date with her good friend's grandson. I had to have been 16 because she didn't let me start dating until I was 16. So I was like, you know, whatever. So she was like, okay, well, I can't remember the lady's name, was going to bring her grandson over to our house so that we could meet each other. So I was like, all right, whatever. So my mom had cooked and stuff, and I'm at home, but I still looked decent. Did my hair. I wasn't wearing makeup and stuff back then. So I, did my hair and everything, and they get there. Why was her grandson a little chubby boy? We were like the same age. A little chubby boy, and she done dressed him up. You could tell he had on this white shirt, white button-up shirt, and some slacks. Y'all, why he come to the house and the shirt was tucked in. The shirt was tucked in. He was nice, presentable boy, but it was all up. He walked in, child. He had a whole deacon outfit on. He had a belt. The belt was way up here. Pants. Grandma, grandma done pulled his grandma done pulled his pants all the way up to his chest. Do you hear me? And had the audacity to have the belt to have the belt up there too. I just and my mother raised a very nice girl. So, I sat there and we talked and stuff. And he knew when he walked through that door and saw me that we was not going. He knew that situation was not going to leave that house. Okay? I'm not going anywhere with you. Not nowhere with you dressed like that. So, we talked, and we was sitting there having small talk, but I just couldn't stop looking at where those pants were. The whole time he was at my house. I was so after, he left and stuff, he had asked for my phone number, and you know how your parents be like, "Give me your phone number. She got her own phone, so you can call her." So I gave him my phone number and stuff, and we talked on the phone a few times. But I'm not going nowhere with you. I don't care if you pay. I don't care because back then, if somebody took you to the Sizzler, like they liked you. I don't care where. I don't care if he took me to Black Angus. I wasn't going. If he asked me to go, I was not gonna go. I'm not going nowhere with you. And I told my mama, "Did you see what that boy had on? Why she dress him like that?" And brought him out, and I know he had to be embarrassed. I wasn't going nowhere. Mm-mm. He didn't have a chance. he was just a little chubby child. I was chubby too. I was chubby back in the day, but I was cute chubby. Like my mom dressed me cute. Because if you're a girl and you chubby, you gotta dress cute. You gotta have cute hair. You gotta have, cute accessories. And I've always been an accessory girl. I had decent hair. I was cute, okay? Don't let this 56-year-old Omo Shun fool you. I was cute. And I got pictures to prove it. But honey, the way baby boy looked when he showed up at that house, that ain't it, Playboy. We're not going. We're not going. We're not going anywhere. So what you can do is just sit here and enjoy this chicken that my mama cooked, because we're not going nowhere. We're not gonna leave this house together. And don't tell nobody that you know me. Y'all went over that girl Lashana house. No, you didn't. No, you did not. Your grandma came over my house. Your grandma was talking to my mama. I don't know you. And don't come to my church because I'm acting like I don't know you. That's who I was. I'll be nice to you as long as I'm looking for the picture so I can prove how cute I was. Um, I'll be nice to you as long as we at my house. But if you see me out in public, act like you don't know me. Cause I'm good at acting like I don't know people. I have ran into people that I went to high school with. And they be like, "Hey girl, you remember me?" I be like, "Mm-mm. No. Didn't you go to McClymonds?" "Yeah." "What year did you graduate?" "We graduated together." "Oh, we did?" "Oh, okay. Well, it was good to see you." That's the person I am. So, honey, Chubby Bunny got his feelings hurt. He went on back home with his grandma. And I know my mama was like, she ain't going nowhere with that boy. No, my mother was like, "Oh, he was nice. He was a nice dude. He was just well mannered. Yeah, he don't have no other choice but to be well mannered. With all them hips and stomach he had, he better be well mannered. You can't be chubby and ill mannered and dress funny. No, you can't do all that. You can't have all them stripes against you. I can't find none of my I know I got some though, cause I was cute. Shoot, I know he probably thought he had him a girlfriend. No, you didn't. Mm-mm. You ain't got no girlfriend. Well, not me. Not me, honey. That's all I got, y'all. I'm getting ready for my husband's birth. What's today? His birthday Friday. So I gotta get him a cake. He said he wants a German chocolate. I was gonna say, is that me? But no, that's my granddaughter. It ain't me. He wants a German chocolate cake for his birthday. And I didn't know what to get him. So I told him to get what he wanted and then pretend like it came from me. So he got himself a computer monitor, a 4K um computer monitor. It's nice. Oh, okay. He got one right here. Okay, no, I don't like that one. Y'all gonna be like, no, you wouldn't all that. I don't wanna have to cuss y'all out. Be like, that was you? And you had the nerve to tell Chubby Bunny that my father-in-law got allergies. If he don't take something, I don't believe I don't have no pictures in here. I got pictures of everybody else but me. If my father-in-law sneezes one more time, cause honey, Chubby Bunny thought he had done found him a girlfriend. I don't see no pictures of me. Just take my word for it, okay? I was cute. I thought I had a whole bunch of pictures of me in here. I sure got some pictures of me and my husband. Don't y'all talk about that flip. I just took the rollers out and I didn't comb it all the way out. Y'all can't tell me I wasn't cute. I was cute. Okay? All I had to do was just take the comb and do my little Farrah Fawcett, but I was holding on to them curls. Them curls was tight. Do you hear me? They was tight. That's how we used to wear it back in the day. We was wearing them tight curls. Honey, he came over there and got mesmerized by them tight curls. No, I probably had them fluffed it out. Honey, when I saw that too tight shirt he had on and them pants pulled up to his titties, I was like, oh no, no, mm-mm. We are not. We are not going to leave this house ever. Mm-mm. 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 So that's it, y'all. I ain't got nothing else. I'm gonna go take Gizmo out, let him run around and play before he get too cold. Girl, he couldn't even go to church with me. Not to say no. Mm-mm. It's supposed to be raining this weekend. I'm like, when? When is the weather going to change? I done bought some bathing suits from Shein. I want to wear my bathing suits. I want to go to the beach. Well, it's only what, April? So by next month, the weather should be nice enough to start going to the beach. Let me show y'all what I bought today. I bought some press on toenails. And I actually put some on to see. They are super cute. Now, I really, these are the press-ons that you pull the little film away and you just stick on. You don't use any glue. I really think you need some glue with these. I really do. Now, you know how it is when you put on that press on glue. But I think like if you take showers and if you bathe in on a regular basis, I don't think that they're going to stay on as long as the probably the press on fingernails do. I don't know, they might now. But I think they cute. They are super cute. Um on my feet, and it's so neat. Like you don't have to worry about like polishing. I can't go to the nail shop and get my feet done. I don't like for people to touch my feet. I'm one of those people. Don't touch my feet. Don't touch. And I don't have bad feet. Like my feet are cute. I have decent looking feet. But I just don't like for anybody to touch my feet. And I don't like going to nail salons because for one, I don't like that they're speaking a language and saying things around me that I don't understand. I don't like that. I think it's disrespectful. Because they're and I do understand that that is their native language and they are free to do that, but I just don't feel like they should do that in an environment of people that don't speak your language because we're automatically assuming that you're saying something. I don't know. I don't like, I just don't like going to nail salons. So, um, I do my own feet. And they're cute. You don't have to worry about like, coloring outside the line when you polish. You don't have to worry about, cleaning up. You just take that thing and stick it on there just like you do your fingernails. It's just on your feet. So yeah, I think I'm gonna buy some more. And this is a when my husband looked at it, he was like, green? But these bright summer colors, they had like the green, yellow, pink. I think they had it in white. All of those like neon colors, those are like the colors for the summer. It's actually cute. It's gonna be super cute when I put my little toe ring and stuff on, and my little cute sandals. I think they were like $10, but it's enough for more than one application. So y'all get you some toe press ons. Okay? They had some really cute colors. So I got that today, and the Cream of Nature Pure Honey Moisture Whip Twisting Cream for dry, dehydrated hair. This is supposed to be like um, curling cream to. Y'all know I'm doing everything to try to help these curls to pop. And then I got the Camille Rose Honey Hydrate leave-in collection. I saw somebody use this on their hair. Her hair was a little shorter than mine, and her hair didn't seem as thick as mine. And that's one thing when you watching these natural hair videos, you have to, look at the fact that, the take in the texture of the person's hair, the length of their hair, all of that stuff comes into play when, they get what, because see, my hair is long. It's just, coiled tight. It ain't short, but that's how it's shorter in the back, but and it's shorter on the sides, but that's how it was cut. But my hair is not super short. It just curls, and then I keep it patted down because I don't want it to, you know, poof out. But yeah, it says use as a leave in on freshly conditioned hair, then style as desired. And when she used this, her curls, it really did make her curls pop. gonna be trying. You just have to try stuff until you find what works best for your hair, and that's what I'm doing. So this what I'm gonna try next. I should show y'all all of the stuff that I should do a video with all of the products that I've been trying on my hair. Oh, did I tell y'all I got my license in the mail? I'm legit, legit. Cause at first I just had my paper license, and I had to wait for the actual card to come in the mail, and so it actually came in the mail yesterday. So I'm super happy. So I'm legit, legit now. I have my real license. So, yepers. Now the only thing I have to do is get a car. But I really do want us to um, find a house before I get a car. So we don't have a problem sharing one vehicle. If I want, like, if I need to do something and I want the car, like, I can drop my husband off at work and keep the car and then go and pick him up at 11:30 when he gets off. Or if I want the car now, I can call him and be like, "Can you come pick me up so I can get the car?" Because he doesn't work that far um, from where we live, and the car is just sitting in the parking lot at where he worked. So I mean, if I really want it, I can go get it. But like, I don't want to go anywhere, so I don't really have a need for the car. And I let him. He can keep it because, like, sometimes he likes to come home for lunch, so you can just jump in the car and come home. But if I want it, it's there. So we don't have a problem sharing um, one vehicle right now. It's working for us right now. Plus, there is one, two, three other cars here. If I'm desperate and really need it, my father-in-law has a car, my mother-in-law has a car, and my cousin is here. They have a car. So, yepers. That's that. So, hopefully, we won't have to have this particular conversation again anytime soon. I'm pretty sure there will be an investigation, and they really try to find out, like, where the foster parents were, like how many adults were there. I'm pretty sure all of that is going to come out in the investigation. But I'm just tired of this happening. And I want us to move on and talk about other things. Talk about the Orishas and, talk about things to do before bed to, make us sleep better. Because, this is the type of stuff that does stress Black people out. This causes us emotional trauma. To continuously see our own people being killed by the police causes us emotional trauma. It does. This is the kind of stuff that causes Black people to have PTSD. That's real. And so you have to be doing things in order to not, allow yourself to hold on to everything that is going on now in the world. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow, like, how to release some of these things that are, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow ain't Friday, is it? Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Because I know for sure I'm not going to be here Friday. Where's my calendar? Oh, today is Thursday? Tomorrow's Friday. No, I ain't going to be here tomorrow because tomorrow's my husband's birthday and we going to be gone. So I ain't going to be here tomorrow. I just lied. Tomorrow I ain't going to be here. Um, and I probably won't be here Saturday either. So you guys may not see me until, I mean, I might pop in so y'all can, so we can all say happy birthday to um my husband. But as far as like doing a real video, no, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna lie and say I'm gonna do that. So I love you guys. Please guard your mental health and your sanity. You know, don't allow the things that are going on in this world to stress you out. You know, take some time before you go to bed to decompress and relax for a while. Get these things off of your mind, because I've had a lot of people message me and tell me that they're having bad dreams and they're having crazy dreams, and that's because you're not clearing your mind, you're not praying, you're not meditating enough to release some of this stuff before you go to bed at night, because sometimes dreams are just your subconscious mind piecing together, your thoughts and everything, because you're not in a position to know how to steal your mind before you go to sleep. You have to be able to, turn the TV off maybe 30 minutes or so before you go to sleep. Turn the lights off and just meditate and think and pray and release, especially if you're the type of person that you have a tendency to, hold on to things and overthink things and, kind of stress yourself out. You have to learn how to release those things so that you're not stressed. Okay? So maybe that will be our next video. And I will talk to you guys later. I love you and I appreciate you for coming and spending so much time with me. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.